Back from church yet? Tell the audience, it's not about us. We don't go. Yeah.
We went to church once.
When?
That one time.
Was it for a funeral or a wedding?
Why you gotta make fun of me, Chris?
I'm making fun of you. Yeah.
You're making fun of me. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm ready to eat some food. Like I was telling you earlier.
Yeah, you can tell me.
I am going to be eating here in a little bit, and I'm making it very long and weird right now because I am adding us to all the other platforms.
Which is what, YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and Instagram.
Just doing everything up. But all right, so let's get ready for the shit. Go ahead, let's hit the theme music. Let's get started. Are you ready to talk about these movies?
Yeah, I just don't have beers on me. Hold on 1 second.
You don't have beers? Go get beers. Chris needs beers, everybody. Everybody knows about this. We need beers. My beer today is Stone Cloud Light from since 2017. It's brewed with the finest stuff we could find. A beer made for drinking, not for thinking. Brewed in Oklahoma, it's at 4.3, and it's a nice light beer because I'm about to eat a shit ton of food. So, you know what I feel like? The Hobbits.
The Hobbits?
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because it's like, you've already had Thanksgiving. Yeah, I know. But what about second Thanksgiving?
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful day for a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we are talking about two movies that have hit it big this past Thanksgiving week. One streaming on your HBO Max about two of the most popular athletes of all time.
Well, we don't want to say popular. We want to say two of the best.
Yeah,
yeah.
They are popular. I mean, they're the kind of person
because they're the best.
Because they're the best. Yeah, they're the Michael Jordans of tennis. Starring Will Smith.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right?
All right.
You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it.
That's what's been talking to his son in The Pursuit of Happiness.
Right? I was going to use a comedy bit. Like I grabbed like Men in Black at first when I grabbed the clips. And I was like, but man, no, this needs a real one for
drama clip. Yeah.
This is a drama movie. Then his wife is played by, please say her name for me.
Anjuan
Ellis.
Anjuan Ellis. Good job. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, okay. You just had to say it once so I can try it.
Okay.
That's what I keep trying to tell you. It's a negative attitude. You're so full of hate. If you give people hatred, they give it back to you. Every time I hear you talk like that, it breaks my heart, knowing my boy is locked up in some dungeon that only the love of God will get him out of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's her, she got nominated for that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of it right now. If Bell Street Could Talk. Yeah, that's what that movie is. Oh, good movie. Very good movie. And one of the best guys to play a comic book hero in all of the comic book worlds, Mr. John Personal.
You can't just be in crime, right? Not without being a little criminal. I just want to find out what's going on between those ears. Aside, of course, from Egyptian reggae.
What's it matter to you?
Just think that he thinks he's better than us. He wants to sit there in his car, keep his white shirt clean while the rest of us, we roll in the dirt.
That's from Baby Driver.
Yeah, Baby Driver. But he played the Punisher. Love him in the Punisher.
Yeah, John
I
Bernthal.
love him. I can't wait for him to repeat.
And that movie is
that's all the clips I got, because the two people that really steal this movie don't have any clips. I could not find them. And that is, of course, Demi Singleton and Shania Cindy.
The movie's name is King Richard.
King Richard, which is on HBO Max and at the movie theaters. So either way you want to go see it. Then the second movie that we will be reviewing today is going to be, oh man, I'm just going to say the name right off the bat, because you know what? I don't care, because who you going to call?
We're talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife, dude. I've been waiting for this. We waited for this for like 2.5 years. Like I've seen
27 decades. 27 decades I've been waiting for this movie. I remember I've been waiting for this movie since the last Ghostbusters came out.
And just so you guys know, when we get to this, will be a spoiler discussion. There's stuff we don't want to talk about without you having seen it. But
we will be doing it at the end, though.
Yeah.
But Ghostbusters Afterlife, main stars of this attraction is first Carrie Coon.
You sit there and tell me a story about your daughter. I lost everyone. I lost everything, you fucking fraud. You fucking liar. You're not in pain? Because if you were in pain, you would know there is no moving on. There is no happiness. What's next? What's fucking next? Nothing is next. Nothing.
She plays Callie, and just to be clear, she does not say the fuck word in Ghostbusters Afterlife at once.
No. But that scene right there got her an award, and that's why I put it in there. Because that's from The Leftovers, which she I can't remember if it was a Golden Globe or an Emmy, but she won a lot of awards for that, and also Fargo, which she was a part of.
Yeah, she was part of that.
So also the one, the only, the man from the town that you live in.
The sexiest man alive, apparently.
The sexiest man alive. He's not a big man. He's an ant-man, Mr. Paul Rudd.
A large black coffee.
A what?
Large black coffee.
Do you mean a venti?
No, I mean a large.
He means a venti. Yeah, the biggest one you got.
Venti is large.
No, venti is 20.
Danny.
Yeah. Large is large. In fact, tall is large, and grande is Spanish for large. Venti's the only one that doesn't mean large. It's also the only one that's Italian. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
So that's the only time you really hear Paul Rudd being a dick in any movie.
Yeah, it's Role Models at the beginning.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite movies, by the way. If you've never seen Role Models with him and Sean William Scott and McLovin when he was younger, before.
Yeah, Christopher Mintz-Plasse,
Yeah. Great movie. And then also in this movie, you know, from Stranger Things, Finn Wolfhard.
My dad died when I was 12, so I totally get it. There's a lot of times I wish he was still here, you know? Give me advice and stuff. Maybe I'd ask him how to suggest to someone that they should get a new car. Maybe one that's not yellow.
There's so many things you could have pulled. But I'm sure that this is fun. And also, when it's kids, it's kind of hard to find a clip where they're going to sound exactly like they do in their current work. So,
yeah. But also, I wanted to bring light to that show or that movie. Gosh dang, I can't remember the name of it now, and that just really ticks me off because I want to bring light to it because it's a really good movie. What was the name of the clip? What does it say?
I just fuck.
Yeah, you're weird. I don't even know
how it ends. No, it's not how it ends, is it?
Yeah, how it ends. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that last year and or earlier this year, and it is it's one of those movies where you can tell he chose it because he wants to get his drama chops in. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to learn. And then also, as Phoebe, our main character, let's just be honest, the main character of this movie, McKenna Grace.
McKenna Grace.
Yesterday, Mom made me wear my skating costume to school. The red one with the tassels. Everyone made fun of me.
How'd you do that?
Because they were taking school pictures. She said we could use the samples for competition. I told Mom that Margie Sussman called us white trash. Mom told me.
Spit in her milk.
I hope you didn't do that.
Not yet.
So that's from I, Tonya. One of the
The
first
first movie we ever did. And I was like, when I was looking through her IMDb, literally when that popped up, I was like, oh, I gotta go grab a clip from I, Tonya.
Yeah.
So yes, this is the one, the only Ghostbusters Afterlife, and of course you get everybody. There's Logan Kim, who did a kick-ass job in there.
That's
Bill
podcast.
Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Annie Potts, Ernie Hudson, Sigourney Weaver, J.K. Simmons. So many classic actors in that movie. We will have a good talk about it, and then we will have a spoiler section just for a little bit, because there's no way that two 40-year-old men can talk Ghostbusters without spoiling the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Especially two geeks like us. Chris, where can they find us at?
You can find us online, moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Instagram, NDS Podcast. We're on Twitter, NDS Podcast. And we're on Patreon. Yeah, it's only Sony. Patreon.com/movies don't suck. We're also on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Watch us on YouTube and subscribe. Watch us on Twitch and subscribe. Watch us Facebook and like that page. We're on all stream platforms. Or that podcast, Spotify, wherever you find podcasts, you will find movies that don't suck and some that do. Oh yeah, if you guys want to buy shirts with our names on it, go to our bonfire button, search our name, movies don't suck and some they do, and you'll find you'll find merch of us.
Merch. We make merch.
Yeah.
We make merch.
What do we do for small businesses, pal?
Small businesses like the one that I am about to advertise, we will advertise you for free. We just need you to let us know who you are. So you send us an email, you send us a message, and we'll be more than happy to advertise you, like this company that I've worked with several times in one of my other jobs, and that is Big Buds. Yes, you don't want none unless you get Big Buds, hon. Yes, Big Buds Cannabis Company, Oklahoma's premium medical cannabis retailer, are directed to the knowledge and education of their medical cannabis patients, and our highly trained staff is ready to answer any cannabis-related questions with high attention to detail and up-to-date knowledge of always changing cannabis laws in Oklahoma. Their staff has been regarded as some of the most knowledgeable in the entire state. I can 100% back that up because they are awesome. They've helped me out in several times in the past. I have worked there with one of my other jobs. You can look them up. You can either go to bigbuds.com or on Facebook at Big Buds Oklahoma. And man, they are seriously good. In fact, they are literally advertising what I just bought from them. I got one of the e-pins.
Yeah.
And they gave me several cartridges, one of indica, which is, stuff makes you pass out, sativa, which makes you hyper, and a hybrid. It was really cheap.
So I need to mention something. I went to Texas for Thanksgiving. That's all my dad, and that was good. But we drove back, and Google Maps took me through 75. So I went through, basically said it bypasses Tulsa and Oklahoma City. And
I know exactly where it's at.
Yeah, and I went through 17 million Oklahoma towns, tiny ones, and each tiny town has about 4 dispensaries.
Every town has 4 dispensaries, dude.
But even the tiniest towns, in the middle of fuck nowhere, have dispensaries there. Like four of them. Like on the downtown strip, they have the McDonald's and the gas stations. Like, oh, there's dispensary number 1. Another 300 feet. There's dispensary number 2. And there's 700 feet.
Everywhere in this town, and I am not going to lie to you, man. One, I believe your brother, just said they saw Big Buds. Yes, Big Buds is in Pryor. If you went through Pryor, did you go through Pryor?
We did.
Yeah, right downtown Pryor. It's right there because I actually worked at that one the week before we did Rocklahoma. Because we were giving away free tickets for who I work for. Man, so how was your Thanksgiving then? Going down there for
great,
mom
man.
and dad?
I mean, my mom made a pork.
I mean, you didn't stop by my house. I mean, driving right past it and everything. Guess you can't.
We didn't drive right past it, dude.
Yeah, we didn't stop by for 10 minutes. Was your wife with you?
My wife and my brother, and we had to get
Yeah. So you couldn't stop by for 5 minutes, let your wife
75's
see
not
my
anywhere
house.
near Tulsa, dude.
Whatever. We'll see how you are. You couldn't swing. Yeah, it is. If you went through Pryor, you're 20 to 30 minutes away, if that. I'm just saying, if I'm 20 to 30 minutes away from your house, I'm calling you up, seeing what you're doing.
Well, the deal is we had to pick up our dog when you get to the dog place like 4:30, so we
You
wouldn't
could
have
have dropped
time.
your dog off here, see, and then swung by and picked him
No,
up. on the way.
wait. We'd pick our dog from the Wolves and Merriam, like 20 minutes away from our place.
Oh, look! Your brother even says I asked if we were stopping.
And
Oh my gosh! Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Chris.
Texas was great.
I'll be in Texas in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you'll be for wrestling or
Yep, AEW wrestling. It's
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Wednesday. Yep.
is it where's it happening? Dallas?
Garland, the same place I
Oh yeah,
went
yeah,
last
yeah,
time.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And Texas is great. I had my mom made portobello and stuff with crawfish stuffing.
What?
Yeah.
Crawfish stuffing?
Yeah, it was great. And there's turkey, which is fine, and she made makshu, which is this corn dish. You had it?
Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah.
And potatoes and all that stuff, all the good stuff that comes with
My wife is
Thanksgiving.
literally in the other room right now making my mother's stuffing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, dude, the whole house smells like turkey necks because we boiled turkey necks last night.
Yeah.
I just
I
got
ate a-
done making mashed potatoes. I made like a huge pot of mashed potatoes for over there that's on the oven on the stove right now.
I ate a lot of food. Had one of those classic Thanksgiving naps. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
after
dude,
eating.
we're gonna mound that. We're gonna get super stoned. I invited my buddy Topher over for the whole meal.
For 6 nights, sick and
In fact, I
Thanksgiving.
should message him here in a second. And we're just gonna. I mean, let's be honest. I live in Oklahoma, guys, so I'm gonna say this, and I say this proudly and awesomely. I'm gonna get ripped off my fucking ass, eat some Thanksgiving, and then pass the fuck out. I got nothing to do anymore. I have no more podcasts to get ready for. I have no more because like every day I had to do stuff for either this or for work. So it's like I couldn't really. And then I had to drive us back from because we went to Kansas for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Okay.
We went up 2 hours right next to Coffeeville.
Yeah.
And we went to a relative's house that we'd never been to their house. Oh my God, I want to go hang out at their house all the time, even though they got like 5 kids.
Yeah.
Like they have like 2 mini ponies, 2 miniature ponies, like
Yeah,
the miniature horses.
When I say we said too many, I'm like, how many do they have?
Yeah. No, like 2 miniature ponies, 2 miniature ponies, right?
So they're cute as fuck.
And so we got to feed carrots with the the horse, right? And then we're smoking in their garage, just smoking cigarettes. And all of a sudden, I thought their dog was like right next to me eating some stuff off the garage floor, some feed.
Sure.
And I look down. No, it's not a dog. It's a fucking pig. It's a big ass pig.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, is that? He's like, no, it's our pet pig, dude. Just chilling. And their house is so big, it is like you get lost in it. Literally, like seriously, dude. I was like, there was rooms that I didn't go even near or in that this house like just had other hallways and other areas, and I was just like, and it's like in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like literally, there's like nowhere to go. Like it's all cornfields and fields, and I was just like, man, this house is so perfect for the 2 of them because one, they got 5 kids, so all the space is awesome. And they have, a barn. They get to have the horses, and man, so it was really cool. And their food, it was all made by the male of the group, TJ. Good guy. He's been dating my wife's cousin forever. They're engaged to be married. He did all the cooking. Most of the cooking he did a bird, he did a ham, he did stuffing, he did yams, he did like everything, dude. And it was just like the bird fell off the bone.
Yeah.
He literally goes to cut the bird and it's just like completely off the breastbone. Like it was completely clean, like without even.
So it's just delicious. It was tender.
Oh, dude, it was nuts. I ate so much, and I even had them pack up some food, and they made a chicken noodle dish, and I had them pack half of it up. I was like, that's for me. And I've been eating that for the last 2 days. But I'm ready to talk these movies. I'm sorry. These
Yeah.
are two movies I've been really, really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Let's get into the first one. King Richard. Tell us about King Richard.
King Richard's directed by Ronaldo Marcus Green. He's directed such other things as Monsters and Men, Top Boy.
Oh wow, Monsters and Men. That was
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah, Joe Bell. And he's done a bunch of like TV, like First Step and We Own the City. But this is probably his first really well known movies directed. Who I'd be remiss to talk about the writer of this movie, Zach Balin. Zach Balin has written such things as, man, he's done a bunch of art, but this is like one of his. So he wrote King Richard, but now he's getting ready. He also wrote the screenplay for Creed 3, which is coming out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, he's also looked like he done some other stuff. He did Electric Company, Dave Chappelle's Block Party.
Yeah, well, he was an assistant.
Oh, those art
dresser.
department. Those art department.
Yeah.
So all he did was, all he's done is this. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great first outing then.
This stars Will Smith as the titular title of Richard Williams.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something.
And this also stars Anjunu Ellis as Oracene or Brandy Williams.
That's what I keep trying to tell you. It's a negative attitude. You're so full of hate.
Also, the inimitable John Bernthal as Rick Macy.
You can't just be in crime, right?
And also, this stars other people like Sandia Sidney as Venus Williams, Demi Singleton as Serena Williams, Tony Goldwyn as Paul Cohen, the legendary Paul Cohen, Michaela O'Shea Bartholomew as Tunde Prince, and Danielle Lawson as Zisha Price, and Layla Crawford as Linda Price. That's a bunch of people in this movie.
It has a lot of good people. This is a really good. I mean, Kevin Dunn is in it too. Greg Tate. We've seen him in plenty of things over the time. I mean, this. Well, let me read the storyline. Let's get that out of the way real quick. Richard Williams is determined to write his two daughters, Vanessa and Serena, into the history books.
Venus.
That's what I said. That's Vanessa. I do that all the time. Start over. All right, and go. Richard Williams is determined to write his two daughters, Vanessa. I did it again.
Start over. I'll cut it out.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. Richard Williams is determined to write his two daughters, Venus and Serena, into the history books. Training on tennis courts in Compton, Richard shapes the girls' eminent commitment and intense intuition. Together, the Williams family defies the odds.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't know who Venus and Serena Williams are, what the fuck? Like where have you been?
Have you never turned on a television in the last 20 years?
But this movie really puts a spotlight on their father, Richard Williams, played by Will Smith. And Will Smith...
Which is funny because the movie's called King Richard's, and Will Smith is the Fresh Prince.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
I think that's kind of funny.
Okay.
He graduated from being a prince to king.
Yeah, that's true. He did. And I will say, man, Will Smith is without him in this movie, we don't have a movie.
I am going to agree and disagree.
He's getting nominated for an Oscar for this shit.
Dude. Him, John, and who's the oldest daughter? Who played Venus was the oldest daughter, right?
Yes, so Cindy.
Yeah,
Sydney.
Venus was the older daughter. So Sydney, those three, all three of them made this whole entire movie. Everybody else was side characters.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against any of them. And I'm not saying they didn't do a good job acting, but those three, every time they were on the screen, they commanded the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only did Will Smith knock this out of the park.
He's getting nominated for an Oscar for this, man. He has to.
Easily.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get nominated for an Oscar, if this is not Will Smith's Oscar win, you better bring it. You better show me that bring some that beats him at this. And I mean, you better bring.
Yeah.
And to be honest, in a couple of weeks, we're going to do our top 10 of the year. Literally, I'm trying to think of a movie right now where I can think of an actor
Yeah, that's
that is
better.
better than Will Smith in this role.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's
Because
amazing at it.
he was like a funny dirtbag, is like the best way to say that.
Yeah.
You know, he kind of reminds me of that scuzzy uncle at Thanksgiving you don't really talk to, but you listen to every now and then because you want to hear a couple of the dumb jokes.
So the thing about the actual character Richard Williams, if you look up, he's not the best guy. Like he's he's but he is the reason why his daughters are tennis champs. You know,
Not just that. His
Yeah.
other kids too. A doctor, a lawyer. Like, he made his kids go out and get it.
Yeah, go hang. They got
He's like, we couldn't do it. You go do it. This is your time. Go do it. And man, everybody played their part really well in this movie, dude. I cannot. And I'm gonna say this about both movies right now. If you watch either one of these movies that we're reviewing today, King Richard or Ghostbusters Afterlife, and not at one point in the fucking movie shed at least one fucking tear.
Yeah, what is wrong with you? Yeah,
you are a sick, twisted human being, because I am a sick, twisted human being, and I cried during both of these movies. Both of these movies had me. I mean, Ghostbusters Afterlife a little bit more because it grabbed some nostalgia.
We'll talk about that in the
heartstrings.
spoilers. Yeah,
we'll talk about that later. But Will Smith and his family in this movie, it was like watching that scene that I just that we played, The Pursuit of Happiness. That movie, like I was watching his scenes, like when he got hired at the firm or whatever in that movie and stuff. And if you don't feel that raw emotion as human beings connect, man, I just don't know what to say to you. Maybe go get a therapist. I mean,
when it comes to the film craft, it's all right. It's all right. Like I'm not like not saying it's a bad movie. It's a but like without the added Will Smith, I do think it would be less than the sum of its parts.
I think there's only one person besides Will Smith that could have played that part.
Richard Williams.
No. Idris Elba.
Oh yeah, he would have been good too.
Yeah, because it's that look. Because Will Smith, you could tell, like he made himself look rough.
Yeah.
For that role, you know. And I think Idris Elba would have been one of the only other guys that I would have believed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I believed this. I believed it.
Oh yeah, he was a different person in the movie, and that's what you want out of an actor. Like it's like Gary Oldman or Sam Rockwell. When they inhabit a role, they inhabit a role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and this is one of them that Will Smith deep dived into it. Talking about Will Smith for 5 seconds here. The advertisement on Peacock just came out this past week. Yeah, for the drama series of the drama version of Bel Air.
Apparently, that's just been like development hell for like 3 or 4 years, and it's finally getting made. I'm cautiously optimistic. You know?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's the person that wrote that. Did you see the short trailer?
The short from like 3 years ago, where they basically made the Bel Air look like it was a drama.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I loved it. But anyway, getting back to this movie, Demi Singleton, Sydney, and how do you say her first name? Say it for me.
Ingenue.
No, Angelina Ellis, but I mean Sydney.
Oh, Sania,
and Demi Singleton. Let's talk about them. They played off of each other and played the daughters.
They felt like sisters. They felt like sisters. Like you were watching sisters, you know.
And the two of them, I mean, I don't know if they had extras or if they were just working it themselves on those tennis courts.
Yeah,
but it looked superb. It looked great. I mean, the relationship between John Berthiel and Sydney, like just literally, you felt it. You know what I mean? You felt that, you know, that it felt like they're both going against King Richard at parts, you know, going against Richard Williams, and that they were teaming up together to try to figure out how they could accomplish the goals they wanted to accomplish. And so that's insane.
It's a great movie, and it's gonna tug at your heartstrings like the movie's supposed to.
Yeah,
You know, like-
and there's parts in this movie that gets really dark. I mean, it gets
Yeah,
dark.
yeah.
I
Dark as
mean,
shit.
there's one scene in particular with Will Smith and the front of a convenience store. I'm
Mhm,
not gonna
mhm.
say exactly what happens, but there's a part that happens there that you're like, oh, shit was getting real.
Yeah, and I do want to mention this is not a short movie. This is 2 hours 24 minutes.
Was it that long?
Yeah, it was that long.
I didn't feel like that was that long. Felt like it was 20 minutes.
Yeah, but it's 2.5 hours long.
Yeah,
there's no-
it's not. It doesn't feel that long, people. It's not
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
those movies that feels that long. It has a great story. There's ups, there's downs. It's a roller coaster.
It's a pretty, but it is kind of typical, like you know, rags to riches story you see in a bunch of sports films, which doesn't make it a bad film. It's pretty good. But like I said, for me, what really elevates this movie is Will Smith's performance. I mean, it's fucking amazing. But I do want to mention you look at Richard Williams after this and find out he's not the best guy, but he's a good dad. I will say that. Great, these people. And what are you doing?
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
You can't do that while we're on the podcast. Type away. I can't.
I can do whatever I want on the podcast. I can get butt naked right now.
I think that we get kicked off YouTube if that happened.
No, I mean only if I show my wong. I can sit here butt naked.
Your
Nobody
wong?
knows.
What's your wong?
My 2 inches of Mad Fury.
Do you have 2 inches of Mad Fury? And the other what? Okay, go ahead and we'll do some quotes and we'll get our score.
What? There's quotes
all throughout this thing.
Oh man, I guess there is.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm missing my thing. Give me a second here. There we go.
Yeah.
I wrote a 78-page plan for their career before they were even born. Booty hugging shorts. You need bigger shorts. Say hi to the people that are gone. Venus and Serena are going to shake up this world. They have to, because they're not going to make it as singers. Mm-hmm. How many fingers am I holding up? How do you get all 9 fingers on one hand? The most dangerous thing on this earth is a woman that knows how to think. I didn't raise no poop butts. I didn't raise no poop butts. Chris, are you a poop butt?
This Thanksgiving I was.
You think of the club. It's great. We appreciate everyone taking off their. What do you think of the club? Oh, it's great. We appreciate everyone taking off their hoods for us. Yeah. All right. Little Ghetto Cinderella. We're gonna call you Ghetto-rilla. Yeah, Ghetto-rilla. No.
Ghetto.
He's all right. He's just white. That wasn't a good shot. You know why? Because it was excellent. We don't belong here. We belong back in the ghetto. Forget Ali Frazier. It will be the biggest upset of all time. That's a can of corn. Yeah?
Yeah.
Can of corn. Do you know what can of corns mean?
Tell me.
Can of corn means when you hit something that pops up. So when it tracks down, it's easy either to grab the ball or hit the ball.
Okay.
It's a common saying in baseball.
Okay.
If you don't have respect for yourself right now, you will never have none. Tell me, bro. Tell me.
Okay, so my review of this is a 3.9. Like I said, it's pretty good. I liked it. I think that, and like I said, like we can uncover the facts about Richard Williams. I'm like it seems a little bit like hero worship. You know what I mean? Like this movie, but I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. And Will Smith again, fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, what was your number?
It's 3.9.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 4 even on this.
Okay,
I'm a really big fan of the Will Smith's determination to make this work.
Oh yeah. I mean, without him, it doesn't work, right? But again, the character of Richard Williams, he's a complicated character, and like
Mhm.
in the like, you know, when you're at a job interview and they're like, what is your biggest flaw? You're like, I care too much. Like that's what I felt like they were giving to Richard Williams, while not exactly exploring his actual flaws as a human being. You know,
Right.
and I understand that because the Venus sisters were producers in this movie, so right away you're
Oh,
gonna
yeah. I mean,
so right away
so
you're
I mean, I totally make sense. It makes sense, 100%.
yeah. So, but that's not saying it's not a good movie. It's definitely a movie of tears. You know, you'll squeeze
Mhm.
out a tear or two. It's emotional, it's moving, and it's effective. Will Smith, without him, this movie probably goes down to the low threes for me. You know,
Mhm.
but with Will Smith's performance, he will get nominated for an Oscar. Like I'll go ahead and nominated, and he might win. You know, and he totally deserved it for this
You know
movie
why he's gonna win?
because he's amazing.
Because he's Will Smith.
And so you give it 3.9, you go up just to 4.
Yeah, I gotta go
take-
4, dude, because his acting in this movie, and not just his, but John's too. Because John's usually always playing the tough guy, and he has to he like downs it, to be the guy that's getting pretty much ran over by
Yeah, and
Richard
stuck in the
Williams, sort of.
and stuck in the late 70s with his haircut and mustache.
Oh man, I loved
Yeah.
it. I mean, if you saw the picture of the original guy, he looked pretty close, man.
Yeah.
He got it down pat.
I don't want to speak too poorly. It's really good, well done.
Mhm.
And by the way, if you guys play our drinking game, me and Neil have a point difference. So go ahead and take that
And
shot.
I admitted I cried, so you got to finish a drink. Anyway, now that was our 1 through 5.
Now I'm on
thing,
Rotten Tomatoes. I get Neil to guess the Rotten Tomatoes score, the audience and the critic score. So what is the audience score of King Richard?
82%.
98%.
No!
Yeah.
Wow!
Audience says, largely thanks to Will Smith's terrific performance in the title role, King Richard is an entertaining and inspirational story of parental perseverance. Okay. Now, what is the critic score in this movie?
85.
90.
What? They gave something a 90?
Yeah. King Richard transcends
What?
sports. Yeah. King Richard transcends sports biopic formulas with refreshingly nuanced storytelling and tired performance from Will Smith in the title role. Yeah. Okay. So this is awards catnip. It's gonna get nominated for
Awards
stuff.
cat. I like that. Awards cat.
And it's
Yep.
nominated for stuff. And so this is also easy to watch. If you have HBO Max, which I imagine if you're a movie fan, you're watching or listening to this, you have HBO Max or you have access to it. And so yeah, go ahead and give this a watch. You'll find harder it's not time wasted on your holidays. Or
No, it's not. It's a good movie. It'll make you feel good in the no-nos. It's great.
Now, I know that it's been Thanksgiving weekend, but has there been news?
Some news, but I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
Entertainment world took a week off, bro.
Yeah, everyone took a week off.
So I was trying to grab as much as I could, but man, a lot of people took some.
We'll probably talk about this stuff. Stuff that's coming out.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's go. This is Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do News. I'm going to tell Chris stuff. He'll react, and then he'll get naked and cover himself in honey. No? You're not going to cover yourself in honey?
Sorry, I was trying to know you how on the news segment was going. So what do we got right at the top?
Do you ever feel good?
Often.
Do you ever think that you're happy, you're feeling glad that you got sunshine in a bag, you're useless, but not for long?
The future's coming on. So is there a Gorillas movie coming out? Is that what's happening?
Gorillas movie in development at Netflix. The Gorillas. Have you ever seen them?
I mean, I know what they look like. So
Not
the
the
anime.
people, the cartoons.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you ever
So,
gone seen them live?
I heard you seen why they have a backdrop, and then, like, you don't see
It
the.
matters when, because it got better over the years.
Oh yeah.
The first time I saw them, it was literally like this big white sheet, I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
was in front of all them, and then you could see them in the shadows, kind
Yeah.
of. And then like the cartoon players kind of played on a
Yeah.
projector screen. And
Yeah.
like there's one time I saw them as like 3D animated freaking holograms. You know, it's like each, like there's different times where they're like, all right, this is what we got for this setup for this
Okay.
place.
Yeah.
You know, so it'd be really badass in some of them, but yeah, filmed based on the virtual band Gorillaz is being developed by Netflix. Gorillaz is a band, you know, singer-songwriter Damon Albarn, frontman of the band Blur, then Jamie Hellett, the co-creator of Tank Girl Comics. I'm trying to see if it has anything. It just says I am at Netflix. We're making a full-length Gorillaz film with Netflix. We're having a writing session in Malibu this afternoon. Okay, their life sucks. It's really exciting to do it. But I'm just like, what are they going to tell? You know, like, I mean, I guess the Feel Good. Remember the Feel Good music video?
Yeah,
I think it's like one of the coolest one ever because each like character had his own world, you know?
So when Soldier Simpson came out with his most recent record, Sound and Fury, Netflix did a full like an album video. Like the whole video is the whole album's played next to like a you know, a storyline. Not I'm gonna say right now, not the best album, not the best movie, but they still did that. So I making a feature film, that's really interesting. I'm curious on what it'll turn out like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so here's a piece of news.
Mm-hmm.
No Time to Die
Yeah.
did not make it to the $900 million mark.
Oh, it didn't? Where's it at?
It made it to 100 or 730 million, meaning they lost over $100 million.
What the fuck are you talking about? Really? How did it make a? Did it wait? Did it cost 900 million to make No Time to Die?
Because of all the times they went out advertising it
Mm,
on top, because of all the how many times did it change during the pandemic?
yeah.
So like
Wow.
literally, it did not make its money back. And even though No Time to Die is the most successful movie since the beginning of the pandemic.
Huh.
Isn't that
That's
insane?
interesting. That is insane. That's also, I can't believe a movie in the other cost $1 billion.
I know. But your favorite movie that just came out a couple weeks ago is getting a sequel already.
I'm guessing this wasn't my favorite movie, Pig 2. Is that what that was coming out?
Clifford the Big Red Dog is already signed up for a sequel.
Man, that means so much fucking movie. I can't believe how much money that made. I cannot believe
opening day, it made $22.2 million.
I mean, I guess okay, so it's family weekend, so like you can bring the whole family to see Clifford, I suppose, right?
Mm-hmm.
If your child gonna love the movie.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, you could.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like with the Rotten Tomatoes score on that. I wonder if people actually like that movie. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Clifford's Delight, but I just didn't see us seeing that for the show.
There's you know, now that they're getting some video game movies going and that they're actually getting good reviews like Mortal Kombat, you know, Uncharted is already getting good reviews.
Did you see the preview for that? Did you see the preview for that?
Yeah, of course. It's on like every last fucking 12 movies I've seen.
I'm about fucking tired of the previews for everything, man. I've seen the previews for the Kingsman. I'm gonna see it, the Kingsman, but I've seen the preview for that like
742 times.
Yeah,
I can say it word for word.
Yeah,
you start the clip, I can say every word they do. You know, you butlers or Englishmen, get me a drink. You a ballerina or a go over there and glide and get it yourself. Yes, exactly. Anyway, a new video game series is hoping to be the next movie series.
Okay, what is it?
Have you ever heard of a game called Far Cry?
Yeah, very well aware of the Far Cry series.
Vas Montegro, actor, has already written a script for the first Far Cry.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I mean, it's
I know
not.
the fans have been asking for it for a while. I've been teasing about it. The truth is, I have something written that I really like. We haven't had those conversations in depth. I've spoken about it to Ubisoft a few times. They responded a few times, but we're never really sat down and talked about it. I mean, if this happens, can they also do a reboot of, Assassin's Creed? Just give me a better version. I like Michael Fassbender. Don't get me wrong, but man,
That was a piece of shit. Was it?
it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best.
Okay. Yeah. I
It
mean,
wasn't the best. You love me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you
so
love me?
I haven't seen that
Yeah.
Beatles documentary, which is on Disney Plus.
Dude,
Did
it's
you watch
seriously
it?
just them all. I've watched. I fell asleep to it the other night.
Okay.
It's literally.
Yeah.
I mean,
re-endorsement.
I'm not saying like I was sitting trying to watch it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
turned it on as I was going to bed because it's Beatles music and it's
Mhm.
Beatles talking. What's
Mhm.
more soothing than the Beatles?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Sure.
But to be honest, it's just them writing songs. Which, if you want to watch the Beatles write songs,
Yeah.
it's fucking phenomenal. It's great. If you're not into that, you're gonna be like, "This is boring as shit."
Yeah.
So that's my best way to say that. The Beatles movie Midas Man, the upcoming biopic, has revealed all its actors of who's going to be playing, because it's more about the music manager, Brian Epstein,
Yeah.
which is the manager of the Beatles.
Yeah.
But they revealed everybody who's playing the parts by just sending out a picture out there.
Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah. I mean, I am really looking forward to seeing, because it's the fucking Beatles. So to let you know, it's Jonah Lees as John Lennon, Blake Richardson as Paul McCartney, Leo
Mhm.
Harvey Alege as George Harrison, and Campbell Wallace as Ringo Starr.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's just a picture of them sitting around. And to be honest, they all pretty much look like the fucking Beatles. Because I know I just watched a damn documentary about them. Are you ready for Legally Blonde 3?
I mean, they're making a third one.
They're making one.
Okay, well, tell me
And
about it.
right now they're having a hard time getting Luke Wilson to
Back.
sign on.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
wonder
I
what
don't
he's up to.
understand, because right now all he's doing is DC Stargirl, on the CW, with him and Amy Adams.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's fun actually. It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good. It's cute though. It's like, little kids trying to be the Justice League Society of whatever. Anyway, but Legally Blonde 3 story will be Ellie Woods as a parent. So I'm guessing there'll be some kind of legal ramification where she's trying to get her kid out of something. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool, I guess.
John McAfee.
Yeah, you talking about the guy okay, who's John McAfee?
Yeah, John McAfee.
Okay, what about him?
There is a movie called Plot Against the President, and it's going to be
we're talking about the virus. We're talking about the virus guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the virus guy.
And there's a upcoming book called No Domain, the John McAfee tapes, and they are making a movie based on this.
Oh, so we get to find out what he's been doing the past couple of years, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
So Kristen Dunst is making plans and trying hard to work with her favorite actor.
Who is her favorite actor? That's a good question.
It's so weird. It's a guy named Jesse Plemons.
Well, she worked with him. She's married with him, right? Married to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she says he's my favorite actor, and they want to work together. They met while on the second season of Fargo.
Yeah, they worked together then, right? So
Yep. And so she is trying to find movie offers for them to work together on the big screen.
well, I fucking love Jesse Plemons, so I'd be sitting down into anything he does. Honestly, like when I hear Jesse Plemons or something, I'm like, I just want to see that for him, because
Mm-hmm. Oh, I totally get it.
yeah.
DC Super Pets has
Oh yeah.
the movie that will be coming out next year
Yeah.
has casted John
Krasinski.
Krasinski as Superman.
Yep.
Right now, for some reason, Birds of Prey on HBO Max
Yeah, they
is
changed
the
it, right?
is the censored version.
Yeah, the PG-13 version, right?
Yeah, and they're like, we're working on it right now. We don't know what happened. My bad.
Well, I would, yeah, I heard about that. I'm like, that's fucking stupid.
The movie we reviewed last week, Red Notice, has surpassed Bird Box as the most watched movie ever on the Netflix streaming network.
I remember when Bird Box came out, and everyone was like, "That's like a really good movie. You should see it. Like it's the best movie I've seen in a long time." I was like, "It was okay. It was okay.
It was all right.
Yeah."
Remember when Scarlett Johansson sued Disney
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
and Marvel for the Black Widow thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's all put to bed because Scarlett Johansson is right now working on a secret Marvel project as a producer and writer.
They probably were like, "Hey, we'll give you all this money if you do this."
And she's okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm okay with it because whatever, you know.
We love Scarlett Johansson.
And yep. Let's see. Eternals will be on Disney Plus as of January. I'm telling you, dude, the news is so lacking. But here, let's end on two awesome things.
Okay, two awesome things.
These aren't really news, but more information.
Okay, for our listeners, here's some information.
usually it's just news that I give, but literally there's been none because it's Thanksgiving. Everybody took the week off. Now, Gary Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman.
One of our favorite actors of all times. Every night that he worked on the movie at Dracula, he slept in a coffin every night while filming.
I don't know if I could do that, man. I don't know if I could sleep in a coffin.
Yeah, and Carrie Ells, you know,
Carrie Ellis, yeah,
you know, Princess Bride, Saw, and stuff like that. Was the one who revealed it, that every night that Gary Oldman slept in a coffin, isolating himself from the rest of the cast as well. Yeah, Francis believed that the more time the cast spends together, they will translate on screen. So he had all the vampires live on one property, and poor Gary had to live all by himself. And Gary was sleeping in a coffin every night. That was how seriously he took it. He sequestered himself from all of us by choice. So we met him for the first time on set during rehearsals. We never see him again.
And just thinking, when he says Francis, is Francis Ford Coppola directed Bram Stoker's Dracula. And for some reason they could not fix Keanu Reeves' performance in that movie, because let's be honest, it's not great.
No. All right, last but not least, let's end on this because it's Thanksgiving week. Let's think about someone that did something good for someone. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Of course he did. He always does great things for great people.
He holds a screening of Red Notice and gives away his own personal truck to a Navy veteran in an emotional new video. It is online. You can go watch it on the good old Twitter. But to a Navy veteran that was in the audience, he gave away his truck to the guy because the guy needed, you know.
Yeah, he needed a truck.
And he said, "Today was a good day. Merry Christmas," at the guy's name, and enjoy your new truck. I invited fans to a special screening of Red Notice, and I want to do something cool for all of them. Free concessions, free food, free ice cream, free everything. Have a great time at the movies. my original idea was to give away the Porsche that he drives in the movie, Red Notice.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we reached out to Porsche, but they said no. But I still said yes. And I'll do one better. I'll give my own personal custom truck as the gift. My baby to someone else. The Rock. I mean,
Rock.
if I ever hear a single bad thing come out about that man,
It'll break your heart, right?
I'll be crushed.
Yeah,
I would be crushed. I'd be the
He-
most crushed man in history.
He's a sweetheart.
Yep.
So is that it? Is that all we
That's
got,
it,
right?
man. That's literally, like I said, there was nothing. I tried. That was the movies that don't suck. And some of us news. I tell the information that's going around the world that we live in to Chris until his ears bleed and he hits me with a baseball bat. I wish I could have got the rights for the song for this next moment. But we don't have the rights to the song.
Oh yeah, we get kicked off, wouldn't we? We
would
Yeah.
if we played the right song. But we can sing it and we won't get wronged. So it's like, there's something strange in the neighborhood. Who are you going to call? He-Man! 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 Oh, that's Ghostbusters 2 reference, people, if you don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Ghostbusters Afterlife, directed by Jason Reitman, son of Ivan Reitman, directed the first two. Jason Reitman has directed such things as Thank You for Smoking, Juno with Elliot Page, Up in the Air, Young Adult, Labor Day, Minimum Children, Tully, which we talked about on the show. Remember Tully? Strange one of our most downloaded episodes. The one Tully. You know that?
What was that?
One of the most downloaded episodes. The one we did when we talked about Tully.
Nice. Were we drunk that time?
I don't know. And then of course,
was that the one that we did the shrooms?
I have not done this episode on shrooms. So
Yeah, we
you
did.
may have. Yeah, you may.
No,
have.
you did.
I've never done shrooms, so.
Yeah, you did. I
And he
slipped
directed-
into you in your drink.
That makes sense. Ghostbusters Afterlife, written by Jason Reitman, Dan Aykroyd, who really based on his original characters, and Gil Keenan. This movie stars the amazing, always great Carrie Coon.
You sit there and tell me a story about your daughter. I lost everyone.
This also stars Paul Rudd, the sexiest man alive, as Gruberson.
A large black coffee.
A what?
Large black coffee.
Yeah, I could do the whole thing, but also Finn Wolfhard as Trevor.
My dad died when I was 12, so.
McKenna Grace as Phoebe.
Yesterday, Mom made me wear my skating costume to school.
Also, this stars Logan Kim as podcast, Celeste O'Donnell is Lucky, and it has a few other people in this movie. J.K. Simmons shows up in it. Why don't you go ahead and read the the single line storyline?
When a single mom and her two
What is
kids.
that fucking noise?
You don't have to be annoying, dude.
What was that noise?
Someone was at my front door. My phone vibrated.
Okay. All right, sorry.
So sorry about that.
What's the storyline?
You're like, fuck you. Yeah. Anyway.
No, I was like, what is that? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
You just want to keep interrupting me? Is that what you're just going to keep doing?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Remember when we loved each other?
We still love each other, dude. We still love each other.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, I mean, according to, popular myth. So
All right. When a single mom and her two kids arrive in a small town, they begin to discover their connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy their grandfather left behind.
So right away, you find out that Egon lived in an old house. He moved away from everyone, and
That's kind of a spoiler. You're just going to spoil it right off. Yeah, you're just going to spoil
it's
it
right
right
at the beginning of the movie. It's right at the beginning of the movie.
No. It doesn't matter if it's at the beginning of the movie. It doesn't matter if the first thing at the beginning of the movie is something. It's still a spoiler.
I'm not giving anything away.
Where in the entire thing does it say Egon?
Dude, are you joking? Are you joking? Because it revealed in the preview.
What preview?
The preview for Ghostbusters Afterlife, the one that
Which one?
I haven't watched the past fucking 2 years. I've been seeing the same preview.
All right, let's try. Let's not try to say too many names.
Okay.
this
Do you
one.
want do you want to cut this part out of the podcast?
I don't know what to do. Anyway,
Okay.
so basically, it's a family that moves to an old house
That was gonna
in
say that.
Oklahoma.
Oh, it's in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Didn't you hear them say Oklahoma like 17 times in the fucking movie?
No, I'm sure you're like, no, that's where I live, sort of thing.
That's where I live, Oklahoma. Woo! And people were pissed here in Oklahoma because it's not a representation of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Because there's no mountains here.
Oh, for people who don't know, by the way, it's just Somerville, Oklahoma. Is that a real place though? Somerville.
I'll look it up while we're talking.
Okay.
But anyway.
But this is not a continuation of the 2016 version. This is a direct sequel to Ghostbusters 1 and 2.
Ghostbusters 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So the women's one did not happen, and it's okay, people. Don't get too upset about it.
I didn't see it. I heard it was okay. Did you see it?
Yeah.
How was it?
Chris Hemsworth was the best part of it.
Okay.
He played the secretary.
Yeah. He played the Janine sort of thing. Okay.
Yep. He played Janine, but he was like really dumb. He was. He did. He. You could watch it.
I'm sure he's beautiful
though. Even the Tulsa World even has a whole article on this about 5 days ago about Ghostbusters.
Being
Oklahoma.
said, okay.
Yeah,
Yes, this
anyway.
doesn't take place in New York.
Yeah, the city doesn't exist though. Anyway, so this movie is about a family going to Oklahoma, realizing that they're related to one of the Ghostbusters, and literally everything from the Ghostbusters is in this house, like the traps, the proton packs, Echo One, and all that stuff, and then spirits and demons and ghosts come out and try to chase everybody, and they kind of try to figure out how to save the world, pretty much.
This is a very funny movie.
I absolutely love this movie.
Oh, me too.
Want to watch it again right now. I wanted to watch it right again after I got done watching it. After I got done bawling my fucking eyes out at the movie theater in front of a bunch of people I don't know. That's why I just wear the mask the whole time. I had a hat on and a mask on.
The theater was full as fuck when I went, by the way.
Yeah,
it was,
mine too. And full of motherfuckers that did not know how to shut the fuck up during a goddamn movie.
Oh, no.
But there's so many of them.
Yeah, we had to.
It'd been me against a bunch of couples. I don't understand what this means. Is that from one of the other movies? Is that? I was just like, oh my God, I want to turn around and bitch smack you. How about you just take a notebook, write down notes, figure it out at the end.
So here's the thing. When I was growing up, Ghostbusters and the second one to an extent was my favorite movie. It's like the movie I went to all the time. It's one of my favorite movies. If someone asked me what my favorite movie is, I'd probably say Ghostbusters, you know. And
I still own the special edition DVD sets.
Yeah.
You know,
Ghostbusters is amazing. And I watched it the first one the night before I saw Afterlife, just to prime myself again. I mean, I watch it a couple times a year, so it's not a big deal. But I watched it, and I was super stoked for to see Afterlife, and it didn't disappoint, man. It didn't disappoint at all.
No. Yeah. I feel like, and again, all right, I get they tried Ghostbusters Answer the Call, I guess is the name of the female one. I get it. They were just trying to go off of the fandom, and they wanted, to keep Ghostbusters alive with that one.
Yeah.
But fuck that bullshit. This movie was the Ghostbusters we all wanted. This was right here.
Yeah, right here.
Because this Ghostbusters not only says goodbye to the Ghostbusters that we all know. Because let's be honest, we already said the names. Bill Murray's in it, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, all pop up, in this movie.
Dude, listen. That is a spoiler. We shouldn't say that at all.
We already said it. We said it at the beginning of the whole fucking show, man.
I can cut that out.
No, well, anyway.
Okay. All right.
But I said they show up at some parts in this movie.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, yeah.
And
Okay.
anyway, so it
real quick,
is.
who doesn't show up in it is Louis Tully or Rick Moranis. He retired from acting. Tried to get him for this, he couldn't. So
Yeah. Oh, I mean, understandable. It is
yeah,
what
yeah,
it is.
sure. Yeah.
But this movie is the passing of the torch.
Mhm.
This is what they wanted Ghostbusters Answer the Call to be, was the passing of the torch, so they could keep making Ghostbuster stuff.
Yeah.
But this fucking did it. This did it so well, they're already writing the fucking sequel to this. That's how good this was.
I can't.
And not only do they have an after credit scene, they have 2 after credit scene. One that's just hilarious, and the second one that sets up the fucking sequel already.
I want to mention that when I was seeing this in theaters, I me, my dad, and my brother, and one other person, the only one that stayed for the second credit scene. She saw us sitting. She's like, "Is there more?" Like, "Oh yeah, there's one more post credit scene." And so me and my dad, this is my I'm sorry, my wife was there. So me and my dad, my wife, and my brother were sitting down. And this lady's walking out and asks us, and she just stands there for the last post credit scene.
Yeah,
which is,
and I knew there was one too because I always look it up before I go.
Me too.
The theater was like packed. Literally, I had a couple like two seats away from me on this side. I had a couple 1 seat away from me on the other side. I had couples. I mean, it was packed.
Yeah,
and they all left after the first one, after the first end credit scene, and I just looked at them and they all left, and I was the only person in there with one other person. Whole theater left.
Because they didn't know, man. They didn't know. I was
sitting there for it, and I was like, the guy sitting there writing notes in a notebook at a movie theater while you guys are all leaving would not know.
Yeah.
You know, like, why would you pay attention to that guy? I'm just saying. Anyway, Paul Rudd knocked us out of the park.
Oh yeah, Paul Rudd's great. He basically played himself, but just a little bit more. Finn Wolfhard, Trevor is fine. McKenna Grace is fine. I turned the cover. I'm not the biggest fan of Finn Wolfhard, just as a person, but I've turned the corner on him. Logan Kim, his podcast, fucking fantastic. I love podcast.
And Sophie during this movie was Phoebe, one of the best. Phoebe, I'm sorry. Yeah. Podcast and Phoebe were like 2 of the best characters. They got along, and the jokes and the wittiness of the 2 young actors, they did such a great job. And Carrie Coon off of Paul Rudd, that was another hit out of the park. And also O'Connor off of Wolfhard. Those 2, like it seemed like the people who cast this movie got it right. They figured out who would work with who, and just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, and it gives 4 people who would be great future Ghostbusters. You know what I mean?
I mean, to be honest, I mean, you got 2 people that, I mean, well, 3, no, 4. I guess it's all 4. Yeah, I guess all 4 of them. Each one of them are already up and coming actors and actresses.
Yeah.
They're already big.
You can sort of see who would be who. Like, for example, McKenna Grace would be the Egon type of Ghostbuster, and Logan Kim would be, I guess, like the Ray Stantz type Ghostbuster. So it's conspiracy theories, and Finn Wolfhard would be like the Venkman, you know?
Yeah.
And Celeste Connor would be like the Winston Zedmore. You know?
This shows up for a paycheck.
Hey, the same paycheck, I believe what you say. Tell them about the Twinkie.
Hey,
What about the Twinkie? What about the Twinkie?
There's so much energy and kinetic energy that if the Twinkie it explodes, that it would. I'm trying to think of it word for word, and I can't. I'm sorry, but I know about the Twinkie. But let's go ahead. Let's get some quotes. We'll get our rating on this, and let's go to spoiler-free zone. Because to be honest, we're both huge Ghostbusters fan beforehand, and the only way we can talk more about this movie is if we.
Just so you guys, if you guys are fans of the original Ghostbusters, look out for Easter eggs. They're bound here, but we're not going to talk about them here. We'll talk about them in the spoiler segment. I'm saying that if you're a Ghostbusters fan, there are so many Easter eggs. So
Yeah, there's so many Easter eggs, and I'll talk about them here in a second. But I just don't want to ruin anything for people that haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah,
And if you haven't, I'm going to tell you, just go see this fucking movie. Period.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you cry. It's going to make
Yeah.
you say things that you didn't know you're going to say. Like,
Mm-hmm.
sounds like my father. What, he abandoned you and not. He abandoned you and then moved to a farm in the middle of nowhere. Oh man, not even a single bar. There better be a bar. You didn't tell me that we inherited the murder house. Why is we shaking? It's probably just fracking. It's fracking annoying. Just imagine if Beethoven, if he got rabies and started mauling everybody. I call myself podcast because of my podcast.
By the way, my wife was poking me at that point. It's just like
what do you call a dead polar bear? Anything you want. I can't hear you anymore.
He's dead.
I was obsessing about New York City in the 1980s. Oh, I was obsessed with New York in the New York City in the 1980s. It was like The Walking Dead. Science is giving yourself the plague and hoping you discover a cure. I love that line. I thought it was a great line. I can't read some of the shit because it was really dark. Oklahoma didn't have earthquakes for thousands of years. Then between 2010 and 2016, thousands. You know why? Oil and fracking. Your grandfather was a legend. You can be anything you want, like an influencer or a DJ. The famous line. They had to say it once in the movie, and they did. Who are you gonna call?
Yeah, and I'm sure people are like, yeah.
We lost the firehouse. I think it's a Starbucks now. He's not nuts. He's just an asshole. Welcome to the family. What does a cigarette and a hamster have in common? They're both harmless till you stick them in your mouth and light them on fire. Would it tell you to... oh, man. Would it kill you to read? Would it kill you to just tell me? We could have been the best power couple. My hands hurt from galloping. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, so my score. Give your score first in this because I have my score first last.
Wait. All right. Tell me, what do you see?
I see. I see notes. I don't.
No. It's 3 squiggly lines.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, that's it.
It's the card game from Bill. Never mind. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple wiggly lines.
Mm-hmm.
This is not your day. yeah.
Just not your day.
Yeah.
All right. So, I give this a 4.8.
Yeah, I'm with you on this.
I mean, I would almost a perfect 5. Like, I don't know. No, 4.9. Fuck it. I'm going to go 4.9. I'm going to give this almost a 5 because you know what? It not only did it re-amp a franchise. Let's be honest, and I'm not dissing it out there because I know I got a lot of friends that are Ghostbusters, even cosplayers that listen to our show. I am not saying that Ghostbusters was dead. I am saying that it was on a lifeline. It needed a jolt in its system to reestablish itself back up as a big franchise. Because back in the day, let's be honest, we had 2 movies. We had a cartoon series. We had another cartoon series. We had action figures. We had all this stuff. And now this is the jolt that this franchise needed to get
So,
bumped up there.
and this is a 4.8 for you and me due to our love and fandom of the originals. You know, but I don't.
I
I'm not
haven't bawled so hard at the end of a movie
Yeah,
as I
but
did this
what I'm
movie.
saying, if you're not a Ghostbusters fan, I'm not
Yeah.
sure this will convert you. I'm not sure.
No, this will not be the one.
But for us as Ghostbusters fans and absolutely loving it, it did everything I wanted to. As a as just as a sequel and more. And I couldn't have been more pleased, honestly. Like this was
Next
this
year, I
was
want to go as a Ghostbuster for Halloween now.
yeah. Let's go ahead and do the let's do the Rotten Tomatoes score so we can get to the spoiler part of the episode.
Audience score has to be a 91%.
95%.
Higher than I thought.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
so,
good.
Audience says a great cast, a fast-paced story, and tons of callbacks to the original movies make Ghostbusters Afterlife fun for fans of the franchise. Now, what is the critic score on this?
They're gonna hurt me in my no-nos. 89%.
63.
Oh my God, they went that low? What's their bullshit excuse? Give me their bullshit excuse.
Ghostbusters Afterlife crossed the streams between franchise revival and an exercise in nostalgia. And this time around, the Boston mostly feels good, which is sound down to me. It's better than 63 with that critics consensus. By the way, mine is if I'm going to go by critic score, it's supposed to kill them. Yeah. Now I'm going to go by critic score and not like me loving Ghostbusters score. It's a 4.5 because again, it's not going to change you to be a Ghostbusters fan. But for me personally, this took all the heartstrings and just fucking yanked on them as hard as they could. So we'll give you guys about 10 seconds to fucking get out of here. Next we'll be doing House of Gucci, and I think what's the other one we're doing?
What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Next week we're doing Resident Evil.
Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City,
and Spencer.
And Spencer, which is the film about Princess Diane. So 2 movies about zombies.
Oh my God, you guys! Neil's going to hell for that.
Straight to hell.
So
I'm driving the bus.
So we'll see you guys next week. Stick around for 10 more seconds, and we're gonna rip into the shit.
8. You know how we're gonna count it down? There's something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna spoil? Ghostbusters Afterlife. All right.
So here we are. So Neil did say that all the Ghostbusters are in it, and they are in it. They fucking say that in this movie.
So this is for the people who've seen this movie. All right. So there are so many, just 105 different references to the original Ghostbuster series. There are changes that people are upset about because at first they thought it made Ghostbusters 2 canon, but it didn't. But because Jason knows, no, Ghostbusters 2 existed because of Echo 1. Because Echo 1 got a rehaul for Ghostbusters 2 with the LED board and the said Ghostbusters, with the 2 symbol, and stuff like that was painted. But in this movie, it was still painted the original way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
so people are like, and Jason's like, no, man, I just wanted it to be the original Echo 1. I didn't want to put like a 3 on there, or, something like that. So whatever. But so people got mad about that, but who cares? So many little things in the background that if you did not watch Ghostbusters 1 and 2, you would not have got.
Spores, mold, and fungus.
Yes, I'm literally right there, bro. The thing is, even in my quotes, when it first pops up, I even have written fungus collection.
So when I was dating back in the day, and people asked me what are hobbies, I'd say I collect spores, mold, and fungus. And that didn't work out, so I stopped saying that because it was so fucking nerdy to say.
I like it. You're like me. We said shit to movies that nobody ever fucking watched, or people watched them, but they weren't obsessed with them like we were. The Revelation 6:12, which is written at the front of the farm,
Yeah,
That's the same thing that Ray said to Winston in the first movie.
yeah, he's like, "Hey Ray, do you believe in God?" Or he's like, "Never met him," and he's like, "Well, I do." Yeah, I hope Jesus style. And then he's like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, but man, uh, yeah,
I
so
love
many
that part.
callbacks. In fact, if you look in the basement of Egon's house where he goes on the pole, you see that red machine with lights on it. That's from the first movie
that's the
where
brain
they,
pan,
yeah.
the
Oh my
brain
god, there's
scanner.
just so. Oh, I said there's a red
Uh,
machine that they roll out from the original Office when the
yep.
first one when they said the funding's being cut for this project. They see the guys the headphones rolling that red machine with the lights on it. That's in fucking Egon's
And
office.
see, this is the other thing too that I think why this movie works so well
Mhm,
is because, and just like how Force Awakens worked so well,
mhm.
was
I
because
think
it
this
had.
to me this is better. This is
Yeah,
better
I
than.
know, I know, I know, but just listen
Mhm,
to me. It is the similarities of the first movie that made it
mhm.
popular.
Yeah,
Says what happens in this movie? They get evicted. They have
yeah.
to move to a shitty house. In Ghostbusters, they get evicted. They move to a shitty firehouse. You know, and it just keeps going. The kid working on Echo One for half the movie before it actually gets out there. Ray
Mhm,
works on Echo One for the movie until it actually gets out there, and they go bust a ghost. Then they bust it, but they get Slimer, and we got Muncher in this one, and then
mhm.
it just went almost identical to the point where that's why I like it because it did use things that we're used to, like Zool, Gozer, and all that stuff from the first movie.
Did you see
And
J.K.
go ahead.
See J.K. Simmons in this?
Yeah, JK
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like 5 seconds.
yeah.
I was like,
I didn't
I
know it
was
was
just
him
like,
until the end of the movie. I was like, J.K. Simmons was in this. I was like,
yeah.
okay.
Um, and then there's even things like Paul Rudd shows them Cujo in the summer school, right?
Yeah.
Which is a movie about a dog with no supernatural powers. It just has rabies.
Yeah.
Then that's because the character Phoebe didn't believe in supernatural stuff. And then as she starts to believe, the next movie you see them watching is
Mhm.
Child's Play, which is a doll possessed by the ghost of a serial killer.
Yeah. So
Right?
yes. This movie, I mean, I can't talk. I can't hold back anymore. I was sobbing. I was sobbing at
Oh,
the end.
dude. Oh my gosh. When it got to the final scene, that right when they're when the three show up, I'm already teary-eyed from the
Yeah,
three that did show up.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then when Harold Ramis or Egon's ghost pops up, I'm done. I'm fucking
Yeah.
done.
The thing is, when
I'm
like
like a
the
fucking crying mess at this
yeah,
point.
because like one of the things that when I was a kid, Egon was my favorite. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah. Egon was one of my favorite too.
to get a
Egon and
chance,
Bateman.
yeah, to get a chance, dude, to get a chance to say goodbye to that character, you
Mhm.
know, like that really like it just I was just like crying like crazy because I mean like I I had this movie's meant a lot to me, you know,
Yeah,
and that's
and
that and it just
And I really feel like this is all three of them saying goodbye to their friend.
mhm,
Because even Bill Murray and him was out of touch because they had a huge fight off of Groundhog's Day,
yeah.
and stuff like that. So I feel like there's a lot of this that was therapeutic to the
Mhm.
three of them. Um, some of the other things we got to touch on real quick, like
I do want to say that it was so well done.
oh,
Like
it's so well done. And
not cheesy or
Jason,
corny, but
no, Jason did it perfect. It is a great send off to his father.
in
And the
his father,
CGI they had
his
to do
father,
huh?
his father, his father directed the original.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Which is they're saying send out Taylor Ramis as a father. I'm like, that wasn't his father.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Harold Ramis wasn't his father, but I mean, to Harold Ramis, the guy,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he gave, he, I mean, because his father passed away too, right?
No, Evan
Jason.
Reitman's still alive.
Yeah. Okay. So, sorry, I got confused for a second, man. You know how my brain gets.
So yeah,
But
so Jason Reitman was extremely respectful. It was done so well, and
oh my gosh.
it was
And
it was something
even the
else.
way they ended it with that,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Harold, and then it just goes off, and it's just
yeah,
like, oh, I know there's end credit scenes for
yeah, yeah,
sure now.
yeah,
If they
yeah,
didn't do
yeah.
it, one was funny was when she finds the Crunch Bar
Yeah, 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 yeah.
in
Yeah, of
his
course.
outfit because that's how Bill Murray used to reward
Yeah, yeah, I'd be like
John in
he's
the
like,
in the
"I'm gonna take
first
that some of
movie.
the things I said about you," and he's like, "You earned it." And hands the crunch bar.
You deserve
Yeah,
this. You
yeah,
deserve this.
yeah, yeah.
There's a Twinkie in the glove box of
Yeah, of course.
Echo One.
Of
That
course.
was funny.
Of course.
Ray still owns Ray Occult Books,
Mhm, mhm,
which
mhm.
was
And
what
in the
he owned
second
in
one.
the first one. Yeah, in the second one, yeah.
Yeah.
But did you notice this one? Did you notice when Paul Rudd was at Walmart? Did you notice what he bought? What he was
Oh,
buying?
he's buying ice cream.
Yeah, what kind of ice cream?
I didn't see the kind of ice cream. Okay.
Baskin Robbins, because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Baskin Robbins always finds out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ant-Man, dude.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
And let's see. A podcast was covered in marshmallow, like Ray was
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
at the
saw
end of
that too. Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And biggest mess ups in the first, they had to give reference to, and by
Mhm.
God, Ray finally fixed it. He finally told him that he was a god.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other thing was the metal for the skyscraper for
Uh-huh.
for
Cerulean.
for Ghostbusters 1 was from
Yeah.
that town or that mountain
Yeah, yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is weird because guess what, guys? No mountains in Oklahoma. There's no mountains.
Yeah, yeah.
If there are, I don't know where the fuck they're at.
Yeah, Neil makes look that clear that it's just flat land.
I mean, no. I mean, there's hills. There's some
Yeah.
hills.
No mountains though. No mountains though.
But there's just so much that was referenced. I mean, not and I don't know if you noticed this, but this is actually 100% too. Was the music?
Yeah, the movie. Apparently, the person who did the music for the original came back for this one.
Yeah, same score, same
Yeah.
music, except for they'd either take it up a notch or drop it down a couple notes. And
My wife mentioned that she could tell between 30 years ago when the original came out and this one, she can tell how much writing stories has changed since then. Like
mhm.
I mean, I love the first one, so I really have nothing bad to
I
say
know,
about
right?
it. But
Like one of the
yeah,
first, yeah, the first one to me is one of my favorite. I just like you, I watched one. I watched 1 and 2, like I think twice in the last
dude,
week
I've seen this
before I
movie.
even go
I've
see
seen the
this.
first Ghostbusters at least 100 times. At least 100 times.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one of my favorite go-tos. Now, I mean, there's so many good parts about this, and the end credit scene when Sigourney Weaver pops up,
Yeah, it was
and
funny.
her and Bill Murray
Yeah.
just doing the card thing, squiggly line card thing, and then the thing I love the most out of all this
Mhm.
was if you were to go by the original Ghostbusters movies, you would think that Peter Venkman would be the one that made it rich because he was always the quick try to get rich scheme guy.
Mhm.
But he wasn't. The
No,
one that gets rich, the one that gets massively rich
Yeah.
is Winston. And then Winston is the one that sets it up for the next. So this is what I really like because
Yeah.
Ernie Hudson, let's be
Mhm.
honest, great actor. I love him not only in the Ghostbusters, but The Crow, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Sure.
He didn't get the fame that Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis all got.
He did.
And
I mean,
really,
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. I really think this movie at the end with that end credit scene sets him up to be the guy to make money from this franchise.
Finally.
for the future, for all the future.
Yeah.
Because even though Dan Aykroyd and all them are going to have, writing parts and stuff like that, you can now see that Winston is going to be the person guiding everybody into the future.
Yeah, I mean, if they make a next one, I'm sure they will. This movie made tons of money at the box office this weekend.
I want cartoons. I want cartoons back. I want the freaking action figures back. I want.
It's crazy. Like I will McKenna Grace. I'll follow her anywhere now. Like seriously, like I can't wait to see her more of her in this movie because she's fantastic. Like
Yeah, and if they get older, just move the story. Like if they get older, cool. I mean, it already showed that he bought the firehouse back in New York. You know, show that they got older. Great, they moved to New York. They got in the house. Get it towards up to code instead of making like they have to rebuild the firehouse or anything like that.
Yeah,
like
I'm just looking forward to it.
I'm down for it. I want 10 more Ghostbusters now. I want 10 more. I want 105 Ghostbuster movies with 110 cartoon series with comic books and action figures. I want the new Proton packs that you can buy look amazing.
You want to go ahead and buy some Proton packs?
Dude, I'm telling you, we should be the Ghostbusters. You have a group in Kansas City. I have a group here. Let's do Ghostbusters, all of us, and then we will Photoshop all the photos together.
I'm just so pleased with this movie. I really am. I really am pleased with this movie. And if you didn't like it, you can go fuck yourself.
I'm going to tell you right now. And I said this, I think a couple weeks ago about another movie.
Mm-hmm.
If this movie, man, after this year and stuff like that, if this movie isn't my number one and number two, I don't know what it's going to be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's so good, dude.
Like this is the one that hit all of it.
I've been waiting for this since for years, and when it finally came, I was just not disappointed, man. I was just so happy to see everyone again.
Yeah, and the thing is, it was like and the way it teased us too. Let's just be honest. Coming out, like we know it was supposed to be at the beginning of the pandemic or whatever, but like the little clips of video that came out, they're like, we're like, oh, there's a bunch of kids in this. I don't give a fuck about no kid. Oh, Paul Rudd. Okay, I'm a little interested now.
Yeah.
Did they just show a slight glimpse of Echo 1?
Yeah.
What? And the way that this story was crafted, that it was Egon knew that this was going, like he knew that the world was coming to an end. He figured it all out. And everybody basically said, fuck you. And then Egon said, okay, nobody believes me. Scientifically, what can I do? And his best protection was to steal everybody's shit and leave.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But then when it comes around full circle, everybody's just like, oh, yeah. So I can talk about this movie for another hour, dude.
It did everything. It did everything it's supposed to do, and I'm so pleased.
I got Ghostbuster socks. I need a Ghostbuster shirt now, dude. I want a button up that just has like little Ghostbuster symbols on it. I'm gonna look for it right now.
I'm gonna get a jumpsuit for next Halloween.
Oh yeah, dude! I'm telling you, I'm going as a Ghostbuster. There's nothing, or an '80s prom or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I am going to look for. I'm gonna try my best to be a Ghostbuster for something.
If you're a Ghostbusters fan, I really don't know.
Oh, they got Ghostbuster jackets for $33. Ooh. I'm gonna look up for a button-up shirt though. Anyway,
yeah.
I think we're done. I think at this point we're just annoying everybody with our conversation.
You can visit online newsunsug.net. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/newsunsug podcast. We're on Twitter, MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram, MTS Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube, face on Facebook, subscribe on Twitch. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/newsunsug. We're merch at bonfire.com/newsunsug and something to you. You'll find our shit. And we're all streaming platforms, including App Podcasts and Spotify. Where you find podcasts, you find movies don't suck and some they do. What do we do for small businesses, pal?
If you got a small business, let us know. Send us some. Oh my God, there are so many cool T-shirts out there right now, Ghostbusters. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, if you have a small business, let us know. We want to help you out. Make sure to send us your information. We'll be more than happy to help you out, and we will, advertise for you free of charge, no money to you. Literally, I love you, you love me. Let's get together
Have a family.
and make a family. I don't know. Anyway, we love you guys. Make sure to follow us, like us, subscribe to all of our areas so we can bring it back to you. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And no matter if you're a king or queen or if you're a god like Zool, remember, if they're in problems, who you going to call? And that's Chris and Neil. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a good day. Enjoy yours. I'm about to go